We do, yeah. We only got 10 minutes, so hopefully I can run through all of these. There's a question from actually Cebu. From
Is it being live broadcast to Cebu?
live broadcast. Wow.
Streaming.
Where is it? Say hi to Cebu. Yansha deals with the ASEAN integration. Question is having a CFA charter now a prerequisite, or is it a nice to have?
Neither.
Yes or no?
Yeah, neither is not nice to have, it's not a prerequisite, but it's a competitive weapon. Because I will tell you the number of senior financial role that pertains to investment analytics, the first item that always asked is, we like to have people that are at least CFA 1, 2. Okay? It will be great, it will be great when run if you have somebody who is fully certified. So it's not nice to have. Okay? It's not a prerequisite, but it's a very compelling, competitive weapon.
Thank you. Next question is, you talked about negotiation. What's the best way to negotiate for a higher salary?
Wow. Different contexts, different approaches. Okay? If you're applying for a management development program, I think that compensation is relatively fixed. Right? In some of the top organizations there, they do. Okay? But the very important thing is, the first thing that you need to know is what is the reasonable market value for a fresh graduate. Okay? And in that range, basically from, I won't want to give any numbers, I don't want to throw you off your seats, okay? But you need to know what is the reasonable market value range. Secondly, in negotiation, this is very important to understand your role, the role that you will be offered versus your competency. Okay? If you know you're going to do very well in the role, you're going to be very successful, you can negotiate perhaps at least 15 to 20% more of the offer. So that's something you need to be smart. You need to be on the spot about the situation. I can be more specific with that. Again, in negotiation is about trading off, trading on. So when you realize you're pushing too hard, you need to know how to step up. Because you also need to know if you really know this is the best job that you can get. Right? If you know the other option that you have is not as compelling, not as exciting, so you need to grab it.
Thank you. Next question is from Neo Villarreal. What is the difference between Viventus Search Asia and Caliber PH?
Caliber is an online skill matching platform, social media platform. And in Viventis, we take that aspect into a total search process. Okay? In job matching, almost like in, sorry to use this close, maybe very far-fetched approximation, like in marriage. Okay? You need to have very clear match of role, culture, expectation to the job applicant. And online doesn't always give you all of it. Maybe it can match you on a very structured set of competency versus your image. So in our search firm, we really go to all aspects of matching, not just pure technical competency.
Thank you for that.
It's not going to be, don't imagine you're going to hire like an assembly line, and you wouldn't want to be treated like one of a binary code in the system, in an application process.
So basically, personalized versus standardized approach. Next one, time to be personalized. This is from Aitana Pal. What values do you look for in a potential new hire?
Integrity, integrity, integrity. That's it. I mean, integrity marks professionalism, marks the real person. So if I make a mistake, I admit I make a mistake. If I goof up, I do goof up. So important, never inflate your CV, never inflate your credential. Do not say that you are 5'2", don't say that you are 5'5", because you're going to add the deal there.
I guess aside from telling the truth during an interview, how else can you show that you have integrity? How else can you show that you have integrity?
I think integrity is shown by, is manifested initially by, I think, that subjective and objective way, right? The subjective is always your persona. Okay? It's in your true self, be your true self. Okay? I mean, and that's very important. If you're asked something that you are not and you're saying yes, then that is a critical failure for you. Okay? So that's how you should be. I mean, when you go to an interview, be yourself, answer truthfully. Okay? Of course, there is room for selling yourself. There's always room for selling yourself. Okay? But white lying is not part of selling yourself. Okay? White lying is never part of selling yourself.
In line with, I guess, selling yourself and how to stand out, how do you get a business or analytical skill stand out in an interview? I mean, if you're not being asked those type of questions, how do you bring it out?
Oh, in interview, most interview questions are open-ended. So you need to take that opportunity to give a reference, a project, a situation that you have shown and apply your analytical skill, your problem solving skill, your good time management skill.
All right, we have time for 2 more questions. One is from Micah Fernandez. What are the risks involved in switching careers? How long should you stay in a job? Does that matter if you're there for a year or 3 years or 5 years? What are the risks involved?
It depends on the sacrifice you're willing to make. If you realize your inclination is not going to be happy with what you're doing, and it will take you 6 months to a year, and that is a sacrifice that you will take to make you a happier person in your workplace. So it's going to be a personal question. I've seen people making a very unique career switch, very successful, top CPA, top bar, top notcher, top in CPA in round 8, bar was 5. Decided to make a career switch. And you'll be surprised with my answer. Okay? The career switch is to be a full-time barber. Okay? But she's ready to do that because she realized parenting and upbringing is much more investing and more ennobling than anything else. But the important thing is when kids grow up, about age of 3 or 4, she went back to the marketplace. Her market value is almost twice because every CEO who talked to her was filled with admiration what she had been able to do. And they can see that value in how she will lead the organization.
And our last question is from RUG. It seems the finance industry is becoming a place most suited for extroverts. How should introverts deal with this?
I can tell in today's millennial generation, there's going to be a clear definition of introverts or extroverts. To a larger extent, I guess you're more extrovert than introvert, right? In the social media influence the millennial generation. But I'll tell you this, I have seen in my last 3 decades of life, from school to the competitive workplace, I've seen very shy people who almost want to cry in their ass to recite in class, become a top-notch speaker in the public. So if you really, if you believe you can do it, you can make a change. We can never understate human willpower to change. But again, I say, there's very little difference. I mean, the most introvert person is going to be hyperactive on social media. here. So I can't tell the difference.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much. Big round of applause, please, for your submission.